Okay, it's Saturday, August 15th. It's about noon. Let me see. I'm going to turn you guys in a little different way. It's about noon. We're sitting in Smith's parking lot. Darren came here to pick up a money transfer that was donated, a small donation, actually it's big to us, to the Land of Tranquil Light. And we'll talk more about that when Darren gets back, if he wants to. A contribution made from one of our patrons. And I'm sitting under the shade tree waiting for Darren to come back. He's gonna buy me a pastry or something for me to eat because I've had no appetite, or very little appetite, and like it's noon and I'm hungry. And so he's like, well, I'll buy you a pastry with our part of our donation. And I'm like, that sounds good to me. So I'm gonna eat a pastry, which is probably really bad for my health, but not probably, it is, but it's worse for my health not to eat. Well, I wanted to say, just, I don't know if it's quickly, but what I've got on my mind is that last night I was really disturbed and haunted by Robin Williams' death. It seems like the more time passes, the more disturbed I am by this, the more it's striking home to me what has happened. And not just what has happened, which is terrible enough in and of itself. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. I do need to comb it today, but in and of itself, you know, this death has been pretty, you know, really difficult for me. But the details of, you know, how he died and how some really horrible things that people have been doing since then. And in my own personal situation, I've just been getting all these, well, some posts on Facebook saying that, you know, kind of mocking people who post pictures of Robin Williams, and then also people who speak out against injustices on Facebook. And I got really angry about that today, and I made Robin Williams my own profile picture, and then I explained that I did that, and the reason I did was because there were these posts deriding people who do that, and also that I'll do what I want on my page, and I'll speak out against injustices on Facebook. I'll use my voice in any way I can to speak the truth. And I was really angry about that. I mean, I'm really burning with righteous indignation, with rage over this. One other person said that, you know, basically we didn't have a right to grieve this death. And I'm like, my loss is sincere. My feelings are sincere. I have a right to feel what I sincerely feel. And people are quick to say that if you lost the great love of your life, or a famous actor who you felt connected to, or artist, or if it's your mother, you know, they feel like they have to tell you that it's time to move past this death. It's time to move past this grief and loss. Really, you know, we're the ones who decide when that happens, not anyone else. And it's no one's right, especially some random post on Facebook, for people to say those things. So I had my say, and I don't really care what other people think of me. I care what Darren thinks of me, but I don't care what anyone thinks of me so much that I'm willing to go against my own principles. And that includes Darren and everyone else in the world. I will not compromise my integrity for those things. Anyway, I'm still very, I'm still processing that Robin Williams is dead, and the way he died. It's a tragedy. It's a personal tragedy for me. It's a tragedy for the world. And anyone who doesn't get that, well, that's the larger tragedy, I think. On another note, I just saw someone drive past in a van that looks like they live in their van. A couple eccentric characters. They were two men, and I thought, oh my God, I really want to paint the inside of the van. And I bought the paint, I bought the paintbrushes, and I don't mean like every inch. I just want to get started on one little section and paint it. I may have to gesso before I do that, but I have gesso. But I just don't even have time to do it. We're gonna go to the school after this, a couple errands, and we're going to, I'm sorry, I'm watching all this traffic go by. It's endless, like, traffic. Oh my God. So don't take it personally. I'm just distracted by all this traffic. But we're going to the school today to charge everything. I have to do some paperwork online, mostly my financial aid, and we're gonna cook our food there. We're gonna cook grilled cheese in the toaster oven and make some soup, and I'm looking forward to it, and make some coffee. And he's getting me a pastry now, and then he's gonna get me some ice from in there. And we've got tea that he made fresh, because I told him I didn't want to drink nasty rancid tea, because we always have to drink old stuff because we can't preserve stuff. So he's bringing out a cup of ice, and I can't wait to have a couple donuts and some iced tea, and then go and eat a grilled cheese sandwich and some soup, which is good, because one of the ways that I deal with this chronic depression that's triggered by things like people dying, of course, and other circumstances that affect me a great deal, but I'm not going to talk about here because it's not appropriate for me to. It's not about my relationship with Darren, or it's about relationships with an organization that I'm connected to, and that's really affecting me. There's a lot of sorrow connected to that, and not just sorrow for myself, it's sorrow for other people, and a lot of pressure and responsibility. Oh my God, there's some guys fighting, and they're seriously fucking fighting over there. No, I'm not gonna show it to you. They're street fighters, that's for sure. Fuck, okay. Looks like they resolved it or quit or whatever, but whoa, violence. So anyway, all that stuff's affecting me. Some people walked away from that deal. It's at the bus stop, and people fighting out there, and like, what the fuck? People could get hurt, dudes. But maybe that's the point. I'm sick of violence. Jesus Christ, I'm sick of people oppressing the poor, but that looks like two people who are poor fighting each other because they're not getting enough oppression, right? Everyone's walking away, man. But the people fighting are still there, but I don't think they're fighting anymore. At least not fisticuffs. Anyway, I want to paint, I want to create. I'm tired of violence. I'm tired of oppression. I'm tired of all these things within myself. But overall, I'm pretty damn happy. I may be struggling with some things. I'm really happy though. I have Darren. I have my dogs. We have the Apocalypsos. We just got a donation towards our film. We are on our way to the school to eat hot food where those people stop fighting. I've got a pastry on its way and some nice cool tea. And you know, there's a lot to be grateful for. Well, there's everything to be grateful for. I can't let these dark things overshadow that fact, because that fact is much, you know, the light is brighter than the dark. Of course it is. All we have to do is turn on the light. Where's my... Well, it's time for a song. Catch you soon.